Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Orange, I'm begging you, please pick a shorter name. Review. Chaos. I need to kill chaos. It did get a little old, just a little bit. This game is such a shame. A disrespect to the Brazilian consumer. It doesn't have location, I think it means localization, for the Brazilian Portuguese translation. Oh, I love Neo and I do love the games of Final Fantasy, but all of those have translation for us, the Brazilians, and this piece of doesn't. Shame. That actually really sucks. They don't have a translation for Brazil? Peter, put it on the screen. Isn't Brazil like one of the bigger countries? Like top 5? Top 10 maybe. Feels really unfinished. Don't stain PS2 reputation by saying this is PS2 game. The combat is Neo copy-paste, everything else is garbage. However, Neo combat is amazing. Some funny moment is appreciated, but the fact Square Enix released an unfinished game and locked behind Epic Games' store says it all. Avoid it all costs. Yes! I originally bought this game on the Epic Games Store. To their credit, they gave me a refund, but I was 3 or 4 hours in and it was freezing in the exact same spot. I played the intro to the game like 5 times and eventually I just refunded it and bought it on the PS5. So yeah, I guess don't trust Square Enix PC ports, which really sucks. I want to play it on PC. This is Final Fantasy bought from Wish. A little bit. All I can say is that this is my first and more than likely last Final Fantasy game. No! First of all, why did you play this one first? There are like 20 others that are better. Second of all, just start at the beginning. Literally, just start with Final Fantasy 1 and work your way up. They're all good. Ish. I'm in a cave, can't see anything, so I turned up brightness. Then 10 seconds later, I'm on a snow mountain. Blind. Don't play this game for your personal health and safety. I actually think I did experience this, and yes, be careful out there. Especially with HDR. Vote less than 0. I put 1 only because it is called game as soon as I try it. I do not find anything of the Final Fantasy, but above all, nothing beautiful. That's not true. One of the only things about this game is that it looks really good, other than the character's hair. Yes, including jagged and non-optimized Neo graphics. On PS5, a real slap in the face. You can't see it. I'm surprised that certain productions can really like it. Again, I read these 2 or 3 times just to make sure I didn't zone out, and I don't understand these. Square Enix, who from my memories created Final Fantasy, was my favorite game. Like for kids, teens, and wait a minute, you made it for adults? And a lot of blood and profanity? There's like 3 or 4 curse words. And you did Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins? No, you wrong. It must be a game without violence, and you released a new game called Final Fantasy 16. Also another violence in this game. 16 hasn't come out yet. I wish. Okay, Square Enix, congratulations. Children and teenagers cry for him. Follow Square Enix. Now I am haters of Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins. 1 out of 10. What? I think that anyone that seems like this franchise will love this game. Obviously, it's happening to me now. I love this franchise. I did not love this game. The game is basically unplayable. Horrible PC port and must be fixed immediately. Yes, this one isn't funny. I'm including this because the PC port was genuinely terrible. It froze me in the same exact spot, like 20 times in a row. I tried restarting, I tried literally everything until I just had to refund it. Subpar Souls-like gameplay combined with a cringingly bad story. The game is playable but not very enjoyable. 2 things. First of all, the story was like one of the only good things about this game. Second of all, nothing about this is Souls-like, mainly because it actually has an easy mode. As a longtime master of the Final Fantasy series, I was most thoroughly disappointed. The character selection was both shallow and pedantic. Plebeian, really. Trash game, Souls-like Neo game with FF storyline and an FF7 remake UI. Oh no, is it really similar to FF7? I haven't played the remake. No overworld to travel around and explore, main character is dull as hell. If you want a trash FF Souls-like, get the game. If you want a real FF game, skip it. I mean, the game is not Souls-like, it's just not. It's nothing like a Souls game. But they are right that you can't travel around the overworld, and that sucks. I give the reviews for Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins like a 5 out of 10. Most of your complaints were wrong.
Video games are subjective.
No, you're wrong. I give the game also like a 5 out of 10. I loved the story. The story was really good. I really liked the characters, although they could have been fleshed out more. The gameplay was so boring and repetitive, though. Some people said it was really short. It took me like 20 hours, which is like my new standard for a game. Overall, wouldn't play it again, but glad I played it once for the story. Final Fantasy Orange? Hold on.